What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the video. In this video, I'm going to talk about the 10 most important rules for successful fat loss. So let's just dive right in. Rule number 1 is that fat loss is going to be driven by a calorie deficit and not some specific diet or a cleanse or anything like that. You don't have to go keto or carnivore. You don't have to cut carbs. You don't have to cut fats. You just have to be in a calorie deficit, regardless of what you're eating. Now, depending on what you eat, that can make a calorie deficit more easily attainable or a little bit harder, but it doesn't change the fact that a calorie deficit in general is the main driver of weight loss, not a specific diet, not cutting carbs, not any kind of cleanse. Rule number 2 is that a calorie deficit is going to come more from nutrition, not from exercise. It's much easier to eat, say, 200 to 300 calories less of something than it is to burn 200 to 300 extra calories through exercise. And added exercise actually doesn't burn a whole ton of calories like we might think it does. And also, our bodies have an adaptive response to exercise. So the more and more exercise that we do to burn more calories, actually the less and less calories that we'll burn. So that calorie deficit is going to come more from nutrition and not from exercise. Rule number 3, speaking of exercise, walking is one of the best exercises that you can do to assist with weight loss. Now, walking itself doesn't burn a ton of calories either. But again, that's not the goal, right? The goal isn't to burn a ton of calories through exercise. Walking more will help to increase your metabolism, and it's not going to drive up your hunger or cravings like a lot of cardio or heavier and more intense exercise will. And you don't have to do a big jump to, 10, 15,000 steps a day. Wherever you're at, if you slowly start to increase by about 1,000 steps per day and slowly work your way up, slow and steady. Rule number 4 is that lower calorie, nutrient dense foods are going to be your best friend when it comes to achieving that calorie deficit. So these are foods like, fruits, vegetables, leafy greens, beans, lentils, whole grains. These foods are high in nutrients. They help to fill us up and keep us satiated, and they're lower in calories, which makes achieving weight loss while not feeling starving and hungry all the time so much easier. So eating more nutrient dense foods is going to be one of your biggest keys to that calorie deficit. Rule number 5 is that lifting and building muscle is also going to give you even more of a metabolism boost. The more you lift and the more muscle mass you have, the faster your metabolism will be. So over time, you'll burn more energy and you'll also improve body composition. Rule number 6 is about shifting your identity. So you can't have the sort of temporary mindset of, I'm just going to go really hard and I'm going to diet for this short amount of time and then I'm just going to go back to how things were. You have to shift your identity to being that person that prioritizes nutrition, prioritizes exercise and movement, builds those healthy habits that you incorporate into your daily life. So we have to shift our identity and sort of our habits and our perception of who we are from where we used to be to where we want to go. Number 7 is consistency and progress over perfection. Sticking to about 70 to 90% consistency month to month is going to be much better in the long run than trying to be perfect all the time, having super high expectations, and then being let down and sort of giving up. Because a lot of times in fitness, we see people start their journey and they have super high expectations. They try to throw everything they have at it, and then their expectations aren't met, and so they get very discouraged, they get very let down. Either that or they sort of just spin their wheels and just kind of go in circles. So we can't expect perfection. Nobody's perfect. Your weight loss, fat loss journey is not going to be perfect. There's going to be ups and downs. The important thing, again, is to focus more on the consistency and progress over time. Number 8 is that 0 calorie or 0 sugar beverages can be your best friend. It's really easy for people to mess up their fat loss journey by sort of drinking their calories, whether it be through coffee with a lot of sugar and cream or alcohol. These 0 sugar, 0 calorie drinks can sort of help to fill you up a little bit. They can help to sort of satisfy that sweet craving. So if you're used to drinking, full calorie, full sugar beverages, switching to the 0 sugar, 0 calorie can be a great help. Number 9 is having a plan. Having a plan sets you up for success and gives you a direction to follow. So this is like having a workout plan, a nutrition plan, maybe even a consistency plan. But knowing what you're gonna do, when you're gonna do it, why you're doing it, these are all very important to help make the journey stick and to help make your fat loss results actually be maintainable. So make sure to have a plan and also track your progress over time. Number 10 is patience. One of the biggest things when it comes to fat loss and fitness journeys is that people want the results right now. And then after a week or maybe 2 or 3 weeks goes by, they start to get pretty impatient. Reality is that sustainable success takes time. That doesn't mean we can't achieve them. We just need to be a little bit more patient. If you have too fast of progress, you're going to lose muscle mass, you're going to have very low energy, and it's not going to be sustainable. So having patience, giving your journey time, consistency, progress is going to be so much better than trying to rush through it and achieve everything in, 1 month or even 3 months. Time goes by really fast. So just think about, if you stuck to it now, where you could be in 1 year, 3 years, 5 years. I promise you'll be much more satisfied than if you just try to rush it. So those are my 10 rules for successful fat loss. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope that was helpful. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to like and subscribe. You follow me on social media at Lane Nelson Fitness. And if you're interested in one-on-one coaching, if you want someone to give you accountability, write your workout programs for you, help you out with nutrition, check out my website, lanenelsonfitness.com, and look at my coaching page for more information. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video.